Hi, thanks so much for joining me for my June and July haul and favorites. If you'd like to see that, please keep watching. Today, I'm going to really try to speak a little bit more slowly. I had a comment that someone has to turn the speed down in order to understand everything I'm saying. I listened to my last video and I speak really quickly, so I'm going to try to keep this a little bit slower this time. Today, we're just going to talk about some of the things I've been loving in June and July, because I missed June for once. I think it's the first time maybe I've missed a favorites because we were traveling. We'll just start with a couple of new things. These are the new Clé de Peau lip colors. If I have not already posted the video on this, it will be going up soon, but they are in the shades Sepia or Sepia, and this is in the Shine formula. And then I also have Midnight Magic, and this is in the matte formula. Been testing them out. Actually, I have both of them on right now. I didn't do this for the video, but I layered them. So I have this on, and then I blotted it, and then I added this. So I like them together. It's a really pretty, just everyday shade, and plus you get a little bit of that glossier finish. From Clé de Peau, I also picked up the Radiant Cream to Powder Foundation, and this was a suggestion from you. I wasn't sure about this. I actually looked it online. I couldn't get a handle on if the color coding was the same as the other foundations that I use from them. So I went to the counter, I tested it out, and I was not fully impressed with it. Actually, I couldn't even really see it on my hand, but I have been testing it out since. I am able to get some pretty good coverage with this, but I'm just testing out the wear on it. So I don't know if it has to do with the current weather conditions, because it's not performing as well as the other foundation I have from them. So I'm going to continue to test it to see if it's a weather thing or if it's a better formula for a drier, cooler time of the year. I'm not quite sure, but I'd like to fully test this before I give you my opinion on it. But I picked it up in 040. It's a very creamy to powder formula, as they say. It feels really nice on the skin, but if you look at it, it doesn't have the same warmth to it as my skin. So that's something I'm also dealing with. I'm a little bit more tan right now, so as soon as I fade in terms of my color, I'll get a better read on this as well. So stay tuned if you want to hear more about that later. Also new to me from Clé de Peau, I have maybe 3 or 4 shades already in this, and this is the Cream Eye Color Solo, and this is in 305. It's a very nice warm shade. It's very light on me though, and it's got a little bit of a gold kind of reflective quality, very faint though on it. It's not sparkly, it doesn't really show up on your eyes at all, but I can just see it when the light hits it. There's something very fine in terms of the shimmer in there. Really pretty. I use it more to even out my eyelid color than anything else. It doesn't really show up as a color per se, but it does have a bit of a color correcting kind of quality just because of its shade. So if you are more fair, this might be really pretty. I can see this really beautiful on blue eyes. It performs just as well as the other shades. Finally, for Clé de Peau, I've been using this body cream, and it's very luxurious. What I love the most about it though is that it is very hydrating without being too heavy. I try to avoid heavy creams in the summer because it is already so hot and kind of muggy. So this though absorbs really quickly, is very emollient, is really great for after the pool. So my skin gets really dry from the chlorine. So I will put this on after a swim, and then I don't have to reapply and reapply lotion. It has other benefits, something about smoothing and plumping the skin. I don't really pay attention to that as much as I pay attention to the hydration piece of this. It has a very faint smell. It smells more clean than anything else though, and you know I don't like strong floral or fruity scents. If I like this, then it's pretty faint. I also picked up these Giorgio Armani. They are exclusive to Sephora currently. They are also, I believe, limited edition. They are in 400. I don't think I own any Giorgio Armani lipsticks in this formula, and this is in the matte. I don't think I do. I'll have to think about it, but as of now, I don't think I do. So this is in 400, really beautiful. It's supposed to be a universal red, which this will be a good test because red is a little bit hard for me to find. And then there is this, which I can't read right now. Gosh, these stickers are so tiny on here, but it's also 400. It is a formula I don't know if I've tried either. So it'll be a good kind of assessment of this line. I do have these Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk and then Lucky Diamonds. I think I just wore Lucky Diamonds, so I'm gonna have to go get that, but I'll swatch both of them for you. I've been loving these as more of a topper than anything else. They kind of transform your lipstick, so you get more of a warm, bronzier tone, of course, with the Lucky Diamonds. And this one lightens it up and cools down the tone a little bit for me. So they also have a finish more like a lip gloss than anything else, which is a little bit surprising because you wouldn't anticipate that based on the way this looks. It looks like it would just be a lipstick type product, but it's very emollient. So if you want to go see, I did a video with both of these. I tried them alone with the Pillow Talk lipstick and then also the Pillow Talk lip liner, and the finish was different based on how I wore them. So kind of interesting. Another lip product that I had not used before is this Dior Addict Stellar Shine in 623. This was a giveaway item from Marianna Hewitt, and I wasn't expecting anything from this, but I just pulled it out one day and put it on. It's very hydrating, really nice formula, something that I would look into in terms of more shades, but this is a great no makeup kind of shade. I love this. So it's one of those things that I would put in my bag just to carry around with me because it's so easy to apply. I don't need a mirror for this. And again, it's one of those things I would pull for, like, I need hydration. I would definitely use this. A recent rediscovery of mine has been the touch of the silk canvas, especially in these summer months. Sometimes makeup tends to move and shift and all of that fun stuff, but this really helps keep things in place. So if you're interested in this, plus I know it does things to protect your skin from pollutants. It really just smooths things over and makeup adheres really well to it. Quick shout out to Pump and Brow. I don't know if this was my last favorites video, but it is like a daily staple at this point. The Dior Show Pump and Brow Eyebrow. I did a whole eyebrow video. If you want to see it really quick, I've figured out how to quickly get my brows in place and get them to stay all day, especially in this heat. And this is in 002, really great cool color for the eyebrows. I don't like warm eyebrow shades for me because my highlights are cooler. I don't hear a lot of hype about this, so go try it if you're interested. This Guerlain Terracotta, I've been loving this. This shade doesn't work for me, but this shade is a really beautiful bronzer. So nice matte bronzy color, and this I just swirl these together for a nice cheek color. In fact, I've been taking my cheek color a little bit more forward and then also a little bit wider. I took a break from blush. I don't know if you noticed, but I didn't really apply it. I don't know why. I just kind of got tired of it, and now I'm getting more back into blush. It's like an ebb and flow with blush. Speaking of something I rediscovered, the Filmstar Bronze and Glow. I know I talked about this as a rediscovery because it works really great with tan skin. As my tan starts to fade, I do notice that, yeah, it's when I'm tan that it works the best. Another new item, this Guerlain Meteorites. I am very late to the game on this because I know this is not new in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I know there's like a cult following around these, and they're limited edition ones, which I looked and I loved the limited edition one from 2018 holiday. I think that was the one. It was like a golden one. That looked really beautiful. But tell me, those of you who are highly experienced with this product, tell me about customizing these, because immediately I had a lot of these, like these pink ones in there that are really beautiful, but it was like ended up being like a blush. So then I started picking some out and kind of making it the tones I wanted in there and leaving maybe one of these in there. So is that a thing? Do people customize these? I'm thinking maybe I should try the medium one also and then throw in the colors that I want in there, or is that not a thing? I don't know. Let me know. This also inspired me to think about, okay, I like the apricot shade in like a finishing powder. So then I thought, oh, by Terry has that CC Cellular Rose powder in apricot. So I think I should pick that up. So I was gonna pick up either the medium in this or that by Terry apricot. Okay, speaking of peach powders, this is where I was going with this. Apricot hued peach powders. I've been using this as an apricot type powder. And again, color correcting. It's all about color correcting this center part of my face. And it is in this one, this ambient lighting powder palette. It's this shade right here, which I don't think that they offer by itself. It's soft light, which I wish they did because I'd pick it up. And I don't think even their, they have a lighter one that's more of like a yellow based one. And then there's, I think, dim light, but it's a little bit cool tone for me, but I really like this one. So I've been going into this one out of all of these. I really just kind of ignore the other ones right now. And I'm going into this and powdering like right in the center. I did bring this with me on my trip. It's Clé de Peau. It's the Multi Repair Oil. I thought I'd be in the sun unintentionally, and I might want to just put a little bit more hydration and repair on my face. But what this was really good for, and so I suggest this for a vacation, a beach type summery vacation. We'd either go to the pool or the beach, and then it was the afternoon. So after going there and knowing I was going to take a little nap, I didn't want to do all of my skincare because, you know, it's like so many steps. But I just applied this. It was a really great treatment for my skin while I was napping, and then I got up and I did my regular skincare on top of this. But that was a really great thing to just put on my face and let it act on my face for a few hours. I also wanted to mention a favorite Instagram account. Her name is Alini on Beauty, and I asked her how to pronounce it because I knew I probably would get it wrong. I hope I said that right, but she reviews makeup that she's using day to day, so she's very informed. I love how she gives so much information, but it's in an Instagram post, so it really can't be that long. So it's a quick read, but it's very detailed. So if you're interested in getting a lot of information really quickly about products, she posts pretty frequently on Instagram stories as well. She and I have similar views on products, and we also use very similar products. She'll post like makeup of the day that she's using, and I see a lot of items that I have in there. And she also highlights other Instagrammers who wear natural makeup, so makeup in real life. So it's not the Instagram makeup. So I think that's probably why you're here, because you enjoy seeing makeup on regular people. So go see her. Speaking of Instagram, I've been loving Instagram stories, and the reason I love it is because it gives us two-way communication in terms of what you want me to focus on. Most of my purchases are personal things that I really want to try, but there are some items that I purchased because I know you want to see them. So that's kind of where I go to you. Like if I'm not sure that I should try something, I'll ask you yes or no, do you want to see this? Or what are some other ideas of what you want to see? In fact, these Clé de Peau items are because of you. You helped me focus on these first of all, and then you helped me pick out the shades. So thank you for that. Another thing you helped me purchase or steered me towards that I probably wouldn't have picked up is this other Clé de Peau product. Yeah, it just helps me prioritize because sometimes I'm at a loss and I don't know. So I go to you for ideas, which is why I really like it. And you can see there's some polls, you'll see some behind the scenes things, but that's what I really like it for, is that two-way communication. But I like it, it's a little bit more informal. I don't feel like I have to be totally made up to do them. I love the filters on there, they're kind of fun. Instagram stories is a favorite. A little PR and then some accessories. I was approached by this company. It's My Kind of Silk, and I was actually considering getting a silk pillowcase. I had one before and I don't know what happened to it. It got lost in the shuffle when we moved, I think. So I'm glad that they approached me because I was going to buy one anyway. But this is the Mulberry Silk Pillowcase, and it says it's a step up from your typical silk pillowcase. So I don't think I've ever purchased a beauty silk pillowcase though. Its thickness emphasizes silk's natural moisturizing and silk enhancement properties. Pure silk pillowcases are renowned for their cooling, moisturizing, and hypoallergenic properties, as well as their ability to keep your hair tangle and breakage free. So if you know me, you know I wash my hair at night and I don't style it. I will either let it air dry or I'll do like a rough dry just to get it from being so damp when I sleep, but I really don't style. Like, I think the only time I style it is for the videos. Otherwise, it's pretty much in a bun. But they sent me this to test out. So I told them I would love to test it out and give you some feedback about it. They sent me this really beautiful gray color, which is right up my alley because I love this shade. And I love that it's like got a silky kind of silvery tone to it. Really beautiful. There's a discount code that they offered, so I'll put that down below as well. The garbage truck's here. So for me, I feel like if I don't get sleep, take care of my skin or eat well, then all of this makeup is kind of like not gonna look as good as it could. So those are the places I concentrate the most on. And so I think that this might have a really nice impact on the whole quality of sleep. So we'll see how this infuses a little bit more of that beauty aspect into just sleeping well. So interested to give that a try. So I received a few other things from the influencer box that are on their way, so I will include them here. But it's the Monsieur Big waterproof mascara, and I tried the Monsieur Big regular, the non-waterproof version. It was nice, but not anything that I was in love with. So I'm interested to give this waterproof one a try and just revisit it. There's another item called Le Monochromatique. This buildable cream to powder formula can be used on eyes, cheeks, and lips to highlight your favorite features. So we'll see how that works. And then finally, there's an advanced Genifique Use Light Pearl. Don't know, probably wrong. It's an eye illuminating serum that'll leave your lashes feeling silky and looking supple. So this will be interesting to see how it works with the Latisse, because I've been using Latisse for years. So we'll see if this enhances that. Not sure, we'll see how that works. But it is so good, it has been updated and now helps strengthen lashes to reduce fallout. Moving on to fashion, I know that I talk about the Eric Javits hat all the time. So I looked online to see, or actually I think I read an article and it pointed me towards Amazon where they sell hats that are also 50 SPF. I found one that's kind of a dupe, but it doesn't have the same style. Like this, it's very close to it. So Eric Javits has the hat in like the lighter color that I have, or there's a deeper color like this shade. But what it doesn't have is that this back part doesn't prop up. It's kind of floppy, so it's not, I mean, if you go and get it, it's not exactly the same. But what I like about this is that it's not tight on my head. So when I go to the grocery, it's a really good grocery store hat. So it just lays on my head and doesn't leave like a crease around my head, because the Eric Javits one has an elastic band inside, but this one doesn't. It's got a, like you can adjust it. I don't adjust it. I just leave it kind of like loose on my head so it doesn't mess with my hair too much. But yeah, that's a really great grocery store hat. The Eric Javits one is more of a tailored look. If you don't know which Eric Javits hat I'm talking about, I'll refer you back to my video where I packed for Italy, because I took it with me. And then there's this really great one for the pool. It's giant. I mean, it's not giant. It's not as big as some of the other ones, but it's like pretty much an umbrella for your head. And this one is also supposedly, according to them, SPF 50. So I've been using this in the pool. So if you've seen my Instagram stories, I've probably been wearing this in it, but this is a really great one too. This one has more structure, oddly, but this also came from Amazon. And they were under, I wanna say under $20 each. And on to shoes. I'm already prepared for fall. I didn't mean to be, but my sister was suggesting I buy these shoes, I think because they were on sale. And I said, are they okay to wear in the summer? She said, yeah, I think, she said suede is good for any time of the year, just, you know, not in the rain. So I picked these up. They are Stuart Weitzman, and I got them on sale. And I like the shade of these. And the heel is kind of different. I did see reviews that people were flopping around a little bit in these, but I didn't have that problem. I might have to do the shape of your foot. I can imagine if your foot's narrow that you might have that problem. But these are really comfortable, and I prefer wearing shoes I can just slide my foot into. I don't know why, I just feel like I'm more comfortable in this open back kind of shoe. And I got them in a black, in the black shade. These would look really cute with black capri pants, very Audrey Hepburn-ish in my mind, or a dress, skirt, even pants, suit, anything. I think these would be really versatile. The heel's a little different though. These are not the same designer. These are Rebecca Minkoff, and these are Stuart Weitzman. So you can see the difference in the heel. This one is more curved and this one is straight. But I like both of them. And yeah, that was a pretty good deal on Shopbop at the time. But I think you could go with any shoe this style, but I really like the style. I think I'm gonna wear these over and over and over into the fall. Quick update on these shoes. I saw there was a lot of interest in this shoe. I just want to tell you how they worked out for me at the beach in case you were wanting anything like this. So these are very cute because they look like, you know, an espadrille sandal kind of thing. Really great on the beach. I was walking all over the beaches in Capri, and they're like pebbles instead of sand. There's like sand once you get in there, but there's still a lot of rocks. And then in the water, they were really great. So on the beach and then into the water. What they were not great for was getting from the water onto the beach. So what would happen is there was some kind of vacuum happening because of the opening here, and it would suck all the little pebbles and sand into the shoes. So by the time you get onto the beach, your shoes are filled with sand and pebbles. And I think it has something to do with this being open on the sides. So as cute as these are, if you're wanting to really go in and out of the water, maybe not the best choice. Maybe, I'm guessing that the ones that are more enclosed probably don't have that problem. But that was the only thing. When I was getting out of the water, I'd have to sit down, rinse the shoes out in the water, get all the pebbles out, and then put them back on my feet. So just something to think about if you were wanting these. But they were very cute. The show I want to shout out is Kim's Convenience. And if you haven't seen it, it's a sweet show. And I don't like shows that are thrillers or scary in any way, or have a lot of violence in them, or a lot of swearing. No, I don't like those. I don't enjoy watching those. I like shows that make me feel something. So this is a sitcom, but it has a lot of heart to it. I wouldn't suggest watching it with small children though. If you have small children, there's some things that are not geared towards them, but it's a very heartwarming but witty. It's a very witty show. The writing is very clever. A lot of things fly by really quickly and I have to think about it before I laugh, but I will laugh out loud and also cry at the same time. So it's about let me tell you what it's about. It's about a family who immigrated from Korea to Canada. So they run a convenience store. It's about their relationships with each other as well as with their customers. And I just think it's a show that it deserves a lot more attention. And I know that the people who love it are hardcore fans, but I know, follow them on Instagram, and the dad character is probably my favorite character. He's the heart of the show. And also the son, the actor who plays the son, just got cast as the first Asian superhero in the Marvel series. So if you're looking for something new and something different, I can't think of another show that it reminds me of, but I love it. And I'm waiting for season 4. They just wrapped their season. So if you are interested in seeing something, if you're like me and thrillers and violence and all of those dark elements are not something you want to watch, because I don't enjoy watching that, then you might like this. I would definitely check it out if you're interested. I believe in Canada, it's actually on TV there, I think. But here in the United States, I access it through Netflix. So again, I'll list their information below if you want to see it. I don't really recommend shows, but I just feel like that's the one I'm most anxious for them to come out with a new season. I feel like if you enjoy the vibe of this channel, you'll probably enjoy that show. So I think that's it. I think we finished. I think there's probably something I still forgot, but it'll be in the next installment. So if you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Newish to me, and this is newish to me, but hello. You would go swimming or to the beach. Silk's natural moisturizing and skin enhancement. I can't speak today. Silk pillowcases are renowned for their cooling, moisturizing, and hypoallergenic properties. What is wrong? There's a Le Monochromatique. Yeesh. Be really classy with like, oh, what's the